nigga, everybody know it. Riding around town, just me and my 4 pound. Tucked in my time force, hoping I ain't gotta show it. LA niggas be the craziest. These niggas do some shady shit. Niggas will run up on your car, catch you off guard like the Lil Wayne and Baby shit. 40, I'm fucked up.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl, Brittany, and today I have somebody very special and somebody who's actually pretty handsome. Game.
Me with no haircut, no nothing.
How are you?
I'm chilling.
You chilling?
Yeah.
In New York City, how does it feel to kind of be back on the East Coast? I know you were telling us a story last night at the documentary screening about why you named your son Harlem.
Yeah.
And Jim Jones taking you all around and never dropping you off to your hotel room.
Yeah. You know, New York is like my home away from home. I got a lot of New York influence in my music, and you know, my favorite artist coming up was Nas, and so you know, New York has always been like somewhere I wanted to go as a kid. And so, you know, when I first came here and Jim Jones, like, you know, kidnapped me, took me around Harlem, I was kind of mad because I really wanted to see the whole New York, you know what I'm saying? I was only here for a day and a half, so, but yeah, you know, it always feels good coming back to New York. You know, I miss, you know, all the smog and the cabs blowing and the rude people walking down the street and all that.
Yeah. So it's been 10 years since you released a documentary. Why are you releasing a documentary 2 now?
Because I need some more money.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. You know what? It's all based on you know, just the decade, the 10 years that went from, you know, my first album to now. I just felt like after 10 years, you know, I had a good run, still relevant. You know, people still want game music, and I think that that's dope because a lot of artists these days, I mean, you know, they hear it and then they gone. I think that as far as like classic, real, raw rap, like street hood music, like I might be one of the last of that caliber of artists. So the documentary 2 is just, you know, it's just, I felt like it was just time for that, and naming the album that was, I set myself up for, you know, a lot of obstacles and hurdles.
You set the bar high.
Really high, and I met it, and I didn't do it by myself, you know, with all these new dope producers I was working with, and still, you know, a lot of influence. The album definitely has a lot of Dr. Dre influence in it because I was taking it over there every day and playing the music and making sure that everything had, you know, what it needed as far as production value is concerned. So, you know, we're ready for release now.
How has game changed since when you first got into the game?
My kids made me a weenie. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm all soft and shit and gotta like think about things before I do them. At first, I really was just moving at, you know, my own speed, and you know, according to how I felt after I brushed my teeth, it could be a good day or a bad day. But then when you have children, you gotta think about everything, and yeah, so that's it. That's the only change. I'm still who I am. I'm just a father now.
So take me back to the day when you like inked your Interscope deal. Set it up for me.
Yeah, so when it was a little different for me because the first time I ever met Dre, he just said welcome to Aftermath, and so I knew at that point that I was signed. I was just basically waiting on my situation to better, you know what I'm saying? So it was about, you know, just like another maybe 60 days, and then the deal was done. And when I saw my name on a check with like 1 and like hella zeros, I was like, shit, I need to go find a Bentley. and I went and bought a Bentley, and then I forgot that, you know, I needed a house. So I went and got a house, and then after that, I had enough for like some gum and some chucks. And yeah, so that was the beginning, man. First sign to Aftermath, just being young and spending all your money on dumb shit, and yeah.
So a Bentley was your first big purchase? I
bought a Bentley before I bought anything else.
If you had to do it all over again, would you do the same thing?
I bought a Bentley again.
Okay. Well, like,
I lived in it, yeah.
No regret. But you actually stayed in the hood, though, for a while after you got signed.
Yeah, after the documentary dropped, it had gone like 5 times platinum. I was still living in the same house that I grew up in, basically. And until one night, we got into a shootout with these Mexicans, and they end up like when I went after we finished shooting and stuff, went outside and checked my Range Rover, and I had like bullet holes in my son's car seat. And even though he wasn't with me at the time, or he wasn't there, and I never really brought him to the block, that was just at that point I knew that it was time to go. You know,
it was symbolic.
That was a symbolic thing that happened, where it was like, you know, game, it's time to break and kick rocks.
You have a lot of people on this album.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of friends in the industry.
Yeah.
How is it kind of, I guess, maintaining friendships and relationships with people in the music industry, and the shit is so
For
phony?
for me, it's just I've always been 100, and I can always tell when someone is not 100. So if I'm your friend, then you've obviously, been a real person to at least me. You know what I'm saying? And as far as when you look at the documentary too, and you look at the features, it looks like there's so many features, right? Mm-hmm. But what it is that I'm one of those guys that gives credit to everyone. So if you're on the album and you played a saxophone and it's like heavily influencing that song, then I'll put featuring you. Or if you like on some of those songs, I'm rapping the whole way, and then on the end, like somebody like Sonya Ellis might be coming singing the bridge on the way out, but you still get a feature. Versus other artists, if someone's on it and they don't feel like they got a name, then they won't put the feature. You'll just, you know what I'm saying? But I give props.
On a level of 1 to 10, how happy is the game? Like with everything in life right now?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm 10. I'm on 10.
100%.
I'm 100%. Like good.
Were there ever moments in your career where you were genuinely like, fuck this shit, this isn't...
I think from probably like 2007 to 2012, I was probably like, fuck it, fuck everything, I didn't really care.
What was it about your life then that's different now?
Then I thought I was really upset with the fact, because I thought hip-hop was something different when I wasn't in it as a fan, and then I got in it, and I seen that pretty much like 75% of everybody was just full of shit, and it wasn't what I thought it was, and so I was upset at that. And once I learned that this shit is just what it is, and you got to accept it, and you kind of got to be a chameleon and just blend in, and as hip-hop changes, you got to change too, or you get swept up under the rug, then I got back to being happy.
Yeah. She Got Game. We like to watch that show.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are you going to find the love at the end of all of this?
We got to see.
Who are you like dating on the low?
They nobody on the low. All my things be kind of like on baller alert.
Okay.
They be like, I don't know, they obsessed with me or something.
They be on it. I'm trying to figure out how they collect all the data information about all the celebrities, but they be on it, like Instagram comments.
Yeah, as soon as. So I guess I'm one of their favorites, so it all be there.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would do differently as far as like your past relationships with the women who you really loved in your life?
You know what I would have did? I think I would have put a little bit more effort into being the glue to my family when I had it. I'm not saying that it was all my fault or it was all her fault. I'm just saying that for my children, I should have put a little bit more effort into just keeping my family glued together. But we fell victim to social media and what that does, and we still good friends, and life goes on and whatnot.
Would you do a family type show again?
You know what I do? VH1 calls and me. We got a relationship now to where I'm like producing my own shows and I'm taking ideas, and like She Got Game was my idea, so I took it to them and they greenlit it and we shot it. It's just all about the zeros on the check. Like ever since I signed my first one and I seen that, like
you're like, this is the bar.
You got zeros. Like I could have been on there with like 13 midgets and I would have been perfectly fine with it, because just like further my financial stability. I got kids, they got to grow up. My son is 12. He gonna want a car when he's 16. Like
a nice one. Yeah,
I'm just out here working, so it is what it is. I'll do whatever I gotta do.
Yeah, and then Callie, to be honest, is like the star of the show.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing, man. It's funny to have a daughter and just see her grow, from a baby, and she got so much personality, and she signed on to Nickelodeon Print, so she's doing her own thing. She don't even need me no more.
Could we see kind of Callie on Nickelodeon with on Nickelodeon show, or
maybe? She only 5, so
I know, but she can hold it down.
But in California we got labor laws on children.
She can only work a few hours.
15 minutes.
15 minutes of what?
You got to take a break every 15 minutes when you have a kid that young.
Really?
Yeah. And so most shows you can't complete
it's
it.
Tough.
So she just gotta, take her time. But I'm not even rushing it, and her mom is taking her on all these, interviews and talk shows, and she the life of the party. She get it cracking. I'm just a proud dad. I sit back.
Can we talk about your Robin Hood project for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you still doing that? Because you were giving away $1,000.
Yeah.
To 25 people?
Yeah, that's gonna happen today somewhere.
Here in New York.
In New York.
Okay, what actually prompted you to start just giving away people cash?
Because you know what, when I used to be younger and I was selling drugs and I started my rap career off, all I wanted was a Bentley, apartment, and some internet so I can play Madden. And I told myself that once I did that, everything that I attained after that, that I would just like try to give back, because I'm like low maintenance. I don't need a lot,
Yeah.
And so every chance I get, I'm always giving somebody something, and And I just came up with this idea. It was like 25 days to my album drop, so I just figured I'd give away $1,000 a day to random people. And a lot of people be like, well, I'm broke, and come give it to me. But it's not like that. I just kind of go on my Instagram and I pick a random person, and that random person might already have money. But I mean, if that's who I pick, I'm dropping it off and contributing to what you already got. And for the most part, it's I've been luckily I pick people that haven't really needed it, and but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody in particular really touched your heart that you've kept in contact with, or?
You know what? When I first started the Robin Hood Project, I started off paying for children who were slain during due to like gang violence.
Mm-hmm.
But that got a little depressing because every other day I was like paying for a funeral, then I was attending the funerals, and it started to like draw on me emotionally. So I had to like veer off and like do a funeral here and there, and then do help somebody pay for their college books and tuitions and then doctor bills. And so it got to be it got back to being like cool versus being so sad every day, you know what I'm saying? So those stories, the ones with the children and the funerals, like that, those really they stuck with me.
Mm-hmm. How's your relationship right now though with Chris Brown?
I haven't talked to Chris or none. Everybody's like trying to make this big deal out of me liking Karuchi pics. They not together or nothing, and even if they was, it's Instagram. You go by somebody's page.
You like people's pics.
You like somebody's pics, and I mean that's it. It is what it is. But man, I ain't got no I don't harbor no hate for him or nobody else. Chris do his thing. It's like the most talented R&B dude we got.
How do you think social media has
social
tainted
media,
the celebrity?
Social media fucks everything up for everybody because it's like it. Back in the day, like when I first came on, if you were a fan of music, you could be a fan. And being a fan was dope because that means that somebody inspired you to be better.
Yeah.
And so let's just say, 15 years ago, if you really like Mariah Carey, you loved her album, you waited for it. If you seen her, you damn near cried because you didn't see her every day.
Ever, yeah.
Today, you can go on Mariah page, see what she's doing every day, and then, if you say the wrong shit or the right shit, Mariah might go to your page, and so you feeling gassed up, you repost Mariah, liked your picture, and now the fan celebrity shit has been lost in translation, and now regular people, which I'm not hating on, feel like they're a celebrity to their, if you got 20 followers, to those 20 people, you Beyonce. So it's a little bit, I don't know, man. The celebrity fan thing, it's just got kind of lost, and that's why you starting to see like a real decline in like album sales and merch and all that, because nobody cares, because everybody got their own shirt. So why should I buy a motherfucking CeeLo Green shirt? I'm CeeLo Green to my homie, so buy my shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So not that I'm hating on it, I'm just explaining, how everything got lost. Yo, what up? It's The Game. You know what it is. I'm in front of this wall of amazing artists, and this is the type of music that I miss, that I love, This is GlobalGrind. My album, The Documentary 2, is in stores online October 9th, and that's what it is. I don't have anything else to sell you and promote because I'm not a fuckboy artist, and if you got something for me to buy, hey, shoot it to my Instagram. I'll cop it.